one certainly to look at. Thank you. You've seen a lot of teams over your time that have been terrific starting a season, then just fall apart second half of the season.
Have you seen it, Kevin, happen with teams that have really good veteran players? I've seen it with young teams.
Yeah, unravel. I mean, it's painful to watch. None come to mind, but I'm sure you could start to find teams that are 10 wins below from one half of the season to the next.
And some of that we know it can happen with injuries to a star player, and you just are dismantled. But a lot of times,
like the Pacers with Oladipo, they were a different team the last quarter of the season.
It's a great call, Kevin. But a lot of times it happens with young teams because if you get off to such a hot start and it's a bit unexpected, there's going to be a lot more attention on you, and you start to feel like, oh well, we've arrived. This is easy. We've done this for 35, 40 games, no problem. Well, the league figures you out, and a lot of times young teams that have early success are probably the most susceptible to this lemmings kind of falling off the cliff type of deal.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverley. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at the center position. And for the Hawks, on the wings, Herter and Reddish. Hunter is out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the one spot. Now, here is Young. 6 on the shot clock. For the three. And the three ball is good. Herter's got the first points up on the board here for the Hawks.
Well, that's who Herter is outside on the perimeter. A confident long-range shooter.
With the fadeaway. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. That's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. And here's Los Angeles. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
Now here's Beverly. 9 points last game out. Clock at 2, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Young passes to Reddish. Here's Herter. He's covered by Leonard. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Now here's Reddish. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto. Beverly wide open, and it's off from three-point range. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Herter gets it to go.
Herter never shy to let that one go. Just enough room on the catch and shoot.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Bounce pass from Beverly. Harkless on the wing. Latre, it's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here's Collins. 17 points for him last game against Toronto.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds, guys. Can't forget about the fundamentals.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now, here is Young. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game.
John Collins, an amazing young talent in this league. One of the best run and jump athletes that we have at that position. So fluid out there. Gets out in transition, and that's where this Hawks team can really show its young talent.
Yeah, Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the night right here. And that one falls for Collins. And it's that quick second and third jump capability for Collins, Brent, that really stands out.
Makes you really tough to box out. You understand not only where your teammate's shot might miss, but your own shot on the inside. And John Collins can read where it's coming off the rim, get to the ball, get right back up and score.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And John Collins, the 19th pick to the Atlanta Hawks back in the 2017 draft. A lot of people feeling like he's a steal because of the progress he's made in these short 2 seasons.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
And checking out the numbers for Young, just an incredible month of basketball. He's putting up 29 points a game, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Collins kicks to Reddish. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Lou Williams is checked in for Paul George. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Leonard.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now here's Leonard. He picked up 39 points in their last one against New Orleans.
The defensive mindset tonight was huge. He was a real pest coming up with all those steals and had great activity.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Zubac kicks to Beverley. Williams against Collins. A baseline J. It's rebounded by Herter. Atlanta's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Six to shoot. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Herter's got 8 points.
Well, the more that Herter attacks like this, the more off balance the defense will become.
Down low, here's Leonard. And he banks in the layup.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Now, here is Young. Pass to Herter. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. They trail by 1. Here's Herter. 9-point game his last outing. Kicks it to Hunter. Young taking his time here. A 3. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Williams against New Orleans, who is really on his game. Now the pass to Zubac. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together. You got to keep the ball moving, and that time Herder's pass leads to an open look.
Bounce pass from Williams. Leonard kicks to Williams. The Clippers rebound. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game. You know, Brent, we talk about how global the game has become. There's so much talent in the NBA that was born outside of this country. And you think about the great coaches, the Hubie Browns over the years that have gone and had these clinics, Jack Ramsey, spreading the word of basketball that developed these young players we're now seeing in the league.
And we can go down the list of guys like Giannis, Joel Embiid, Jokic in Denver, Gobert in Utah, Luka Doncic in Dallas, along with Porzingis for the season. The one thing that's interesting about all those guys, Kevin, the connective tissue to that is they're not only great players, but the construct of the locker room around those guys being great players, it changes the dynamic of some of the conversations that go on in the locker room. Most guys are used to seeing the best player on their team sound like them, be from places that they've been, played in high school All-American tournaments or on collegiate level to get. These guys are coming over from somewhere else, and so it forces a dynamic in the locker room that I think gets really interesting for teams as they move forward.
That's really interesting. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Landry Shamet comes in for Patrick Beverley. Passes it to Shamet. Poked away, out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Clippers. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot.
And when you look at the Clippers, they had plenty of doubters before the season started, but I can't imagine there's anybody out there that's taking them lightly anymore.
Well, how could you? They're a team that's actually feared at this point, and that is legit. They go into every single game, no matter who's the opponent, and they expect to win.
Graham with the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
They get a hand on it. 3-on-3. Pass to Bembry. He kicks it to Carter. Clock at 6. Outside Teague. Over Williams. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Pass to Leonard. To the inside. Land against Harrell. And the pass to Green. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Hawks leading by 10. Teague can't hit.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Harrell. He definitely had a good game in their win against the Pelicans. Hands it from downtown.
So good at scoring over the defense, Lou Williams. It's like he's better under pressure or with more difficult shots from time to time.
Here's Teague. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Toronto. And Carter has it in the corner. Lets it go. The shot comes out, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Williams passes to Leonard. All alone. And it's Shamet missing. Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Bembry misses.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
In the corner, Harrell with it. Takes a 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. Teague, the pass to Graham. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the claw at work. Just one reason why he's always a threat to lead the league in steals. Jump starts the fast break there.
Teague dishes to Graham. Now, here's Shamet. Guarded by Len. Here's Harrell. And it's sent back by Carter. Tries again. Harrell, that's good. Harrell's got 5.
When the shot's going up, it's fun to watch the way that Montrezl Harrell will attack a rebound. Crucial to this offense and his production.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Free throw good. Teague.
Well, some people looking at Atlanta and their situation in terms of the rebuild and wondering what direction they would go. They've made some pretty solid picks. Got John Collins at the 19th pick as a foundation piece, and then obviously drafting Trae Young and Kevin Huerter, relying on shooting on the perimeter, and things moving along swiftly in Atlanta.
And John Collins, Brent, falling that late in the first round shows you how deep that draft was.
Some people thought it was going to be a slow rebuild in Atlanta. They've made some pretty good picks, grabbing Collins, as you mentioned, and then last year picking up Trae Young and Kevin Huerter in the draft and relying on some shooting. That number 19 has been pretty lucky so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They get it again. Harrell. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Bembry kicks to Jones. Pass to Bembry. Over in the corner, Turner. Shot clock at 6. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Here's Harrell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, just hard to keep up with Montrezl Harrell and that impressive energy he brings.
First trip to the line for him here.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
The compliment that Harrell gets often is the fact that he's just so tireless a worker, and that energy is something that both coaching staffs and teammates appreciate.
And he makes both free throws. 6 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Teague inside the line. Good on the jump shot. Teague's got 6.
And that pull-up jumper from Teague is lethal.
We'll return shortly. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate Antoine Jamison, but he talked about that crazy exchange.
So as I'm sitting back there, it's like there's been a trade, you know, Toronto Raptors and Golden State make a trade for Antoine Jamison and Vince Carter right there. So our families are sitting right next to each other. So they're fixing the hat, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, here's your hat. All right, give us that hat. Move forward. So it was just the weirdest thing.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, a pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Hawks, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Harrell is out there with Jermichael Green, and it's Magruder in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Magruder. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. From deep three-point range, and Jermichael Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Bembry the pass to Fernando. The dish to Teague. Here's the teardrop. Bucket is good. Teague's got 4 points this quarter.
Now you can tell that Jeff Teague has put tons of work in the offseason on that floater, and it drives the defense's batty.
From deep, George. A shot that time, not on target. So the Hawks will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Yeah, drawing fouls is tough, but the important part about that is when you get to the free throw line, you got to turn those into points, and it might have cost them in that last ball game, missing all those chippies.
For Atlanta, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Throw good, Evan Turner. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wrong?
Take a break.
And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A.
And even with the shift from Budenholzer to Pierce, the Hawks continue to rely on the 3 as much as any team.
No doubt about it. I think the front office still accentuating the fact that they want to find some floor spacers after that 19th pick in John Collins, a guy that can rim run and protect the middle. They wanted to go after as much shooting as they possibly could.
Here's Herter. 8 points for him. Harkless with the steal.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second-chance points in the league. The Clippers third.
It's really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second-chance opportunities.
First free throw is good. Well, the undrafted Rodney Magruder, Greg, has earned his way into the NBA.
It was 25 by the time of Magruder's rookie season. Has spent some time overseas and in the G League, but he's improved his game and has kind of carved out a spot here in the league.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Over time, Magruder just continues to pound away to try to find a spot where he can get more and more comfortable in a rotation in the NBA.
Now, here is Young. 7 points in the game. Here's George. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Herter. 8 points for him. Young dishes to Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Fernando. The Hawks again can't hit.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And George kicks to Harrell. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here are the Clippers. Launches a 3. Fernando pulls it in. The Hawks trail it. Jones in the post. Harrell on him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Atlanta shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
He's off on the first. Collins checked in for Atlanta. Hunter comes in for Turner. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Beverly's checked in. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Think about Montrezl Harrell and the type of energy and effort that he brought last year to this team to help solidify, I guess, most of the culture piece of what Steve Ballmer wants this franchise to be about. That's playing hard, playing with energy, and having some enthusiasm for the competition. Montrezl Harrell wraps all those things up pretty nicely in the way he plays.
Now Hunter. Paul George missing from long range. 4 on the clock. On the basket by Jones.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Pass to Beverly. Harrell with it. And he lays it straight in. Harrell's got the lead back up to 1 now for the Clippers. And Montrezl Harrell, Brent, beloved in the locker room.
Well, he's beloved because every night when you go out on the floor with him, you know what you're going to get. A guy who is incredibly competitive, passionate, knows his role, and plays with a physical presence that he doesn't shy away from anybody that's on the floor. That's infectious. Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Now here's Beverly. He's covered closely. And here's George for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. George has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
Here's Herter. 8 points for him. Young outside. From deep, an absolute bomb from 3-point range. Young's got 12.
When you hit a 3 on Young, you can expect him to come right back at you.
Pass to Harkless. Outside, George. And that one is off.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Young passes to Jones. Here's Herter, defended by George. And Herter gets it to go. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
And there's the call on Jones. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his third foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. Here's Beverly. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. George dishes to Williams. 6 to shoot. That shot off, so the Hawks will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It's George on the wing and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Back to Herter. There's the pass to Collins. Over Williams, and Atlanta again with the bucket.
Don't want to give up that kind of position to Collins at that kind of length. I think he's going to do some damage.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Herter passes to Hunter, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Atlanta making a switch here. Carter's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Shamet's checked in. Now here is Carter. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Young in the corner. Over Williams. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Clippers trail by 4. From 12 feet out, Leonard, no luck. Atlanta's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Williams. He's getting around 20 points per, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
For Atlanta, they have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there. And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. Clippers trail by 3. Williams scanning the floor. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
First one falls for.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And Williams drops them both.
And what sets Lou Williams apart right now is his confidence. This guy is a gunner who comes in and believes that he's going to score. He often does.
Now here is Carter. No points in the game yet for him. Passes to Len. The Hawks working the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots off the step back. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Back to Williams. To the paint. It's stolen by Teague. And now here comes Teague leading the break. Here's Reddish. That one off the back iron and out. Clippers have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Pass to Zubac. And here is Williams. Pass to Zubac. 5 on the clock. And there's the pass to Shamet. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Hawks. They've led by as much as 10. Graham kicks to Teague. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. Kawhi Leonard on top.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
And he makes the first.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Bembry's checked in for Atlanta. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Patrick Beverley. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. Inside and stolen by Graham. Here's Bembry, headed by Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
The Hawks have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line. The first one falls. He doesn't get the second one. Clippers trail by 4. Outside Williams. Drains it from beyond the arc. Williams has got 8 points.
Well, you got to honor Lou Williams' shot from deep, especially if he's got other things going offensively. Has a great feel for when to pull the trigger.
Now here's Teague. He's got 12. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. 14 points for Teague. 1:24 left to play in the first half. Leonard against Carter. Over in the corner, Green. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Teague dishes to Carter. With the floater, and the layup good by Teague. Teague's got 10 points in the quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Williams against Teague. Passes it to Shamet. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. His 4th shot, his 4th miss. Still looking for his touch tonight. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Well, just keep feeding and feeding and feeding Jeff Teague. Not missing anything right now.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Teague against Williams. Now here's Teague, guarded closely. Knocks it loose. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
Pretty good at coming up with steals. Last year, Lou Williams averaged 1.1 a game. That's a pretty good strength when you got that kind of speed.
Jeff Teague firing on all cylinders for the Atlanta Hawks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. Jeff Teague playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 18 points, 2 steals, and 3 rebounds. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, your offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, they're not matching up well defensively, giving up a lot of open looks, a lot of easy points. They're allowing a crazy high shooting percentage, 60% and up. Time to step it up quick.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from Jeff Teague.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's Reddish and Hunter teaming up at the forward spots. Young is out there with Teague, and it's Collins in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. A shot by Reddish, no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road. The Clippers haven't made a mistake at the line yet, 10 of 10.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific, 79% as a team.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Jeff Teague. Harkless hits them both. Atlanta's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. And here's Collins. Hunter with it. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got 7 rebounds in the game. George with the bucket.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Pass to Herter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Back to Young. Pass to Herter. 5 to shoot. And it's Paul George with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. It's Young on the wing, defended by Beverly.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions. Well, if they got a favorite play, Kevin, it might be time to break it out. 0 of 4 to start it.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
A moment now to see the numbers for George. Averaging 23 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Reddish, and that time also a missed shot.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Now George, 8 points for him. Clock at 4. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Zubac has got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Back to Beverly. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Now here's Harkless. He has 5. The 3. That one, no good.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Bounce pass Young. Collins passes it to Herter. Dishes it to Young. With some arc. And the rejection by Zubac. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Herter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Turner's checked in for Reddish. The Clippers also making some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. And Rodney Magruder's subbed in for Leonard. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Herter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Herter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch, and at 6'7", good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager Travis Schlenk coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Herter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
And he knocks down the first one.
Already impressing at a young age. Kevin Herter's dead-eye accuracy from deep, combined with being a fearless competitor going inside. That's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
Good on both. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's George. 10 points for him. And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That is his first foul of the game. Magruder kicks to Harkless. Back to Magruder. To the paint. And Mo Harkless, the basket on the assist by Harrell. Harkless has got 7 points in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg. It's really all about Trae Young and his skill. And you know how many hours that takes, Kevin? I mean, he is putting time in the gym to show you what he's capable of out here on this floor, and he makes it look easy.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Young. And Brent for Trae Young. Remarkable how his game has grown.
Going to be interesting over the next 3 to 5 years what kind of layers Trae Young can add to his game. We know he is a prolific shooter. He's got deep range. He's a good playmaker. But how good does he want to be? We're going to find out how complete he can be.
And Brent, many consider Trae Young the first product of the Steph Curry generation. He grew up in the age of the three-point shot.
I think that's pretty fair. He said he recorded all of Steph Curry's games. He studied them and tried to see where Steph was gaining some advantage, and that balance of his shooting and his playmaking, then moving without the ball. You can see all of those sort of attributes that are coming out of Trae Young, courtesy of Steph Curry.
Here's Huerter. 13 points in the game. The pass to Young. The Hawks again can't hit.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Magruder. Passes it to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Rebound Atlanta.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Lays it up off the glass. Beverly's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Poke loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the midseason surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. You look at Atlanta. This hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out.
And you know, right now for Atlanta, they're already looking to the offseason. And that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
The body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
Clippers with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. And George, here we go. Not that time, his 6th miss. He's made 4 of 10 so far. Inside, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
It's an unselfish play. Evan Turner with eyes up and delivers.
Los Angeles leading by 7. Pass to Harkless. He dishes it to George. Over Young. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 12 points for Paul George.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Here's Huerter. 15 points in the game. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. In the 3rd spot, Trae Young.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Knocked loose, And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And the Hawks making a change here. Jones is checked in. And the Clippers making a change here. Lock at 6. The Hawks working the ball around. Lets it fly. Paul George grabs the miss.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Down low, Harrell. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And now it's an 11-point Clipper lead. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
So for the Hawks, Vince Carter, he's checked in for Hunter. And DeAndre Bembry's subbed in for Evan Turner. And then for the Clippers, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Harkless. Landry Shamet comes in for Rodney Magruder. Lou Williams is subbed in for George.
As much as we talk about Trae Young and then mention Steph Curry in the same breath, I think Trae wants to carve out his own path. We know he's a dynamic shooter, can set the table offensively. Now it's about learning the nuances of being a leader of a franchise.
Williams, unable to get that one. And Atlanta will come the other way. Young passes to Jones. Back to Young. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Harrell.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And it's sent back by Carter. Bembry kicks to Carter. Pass to Young. Shot clock at 5. Here's Carter. Jones trying to get open. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Carter. Clippers have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Here's Shamet. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 4th rebound in this one. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Sinks the three-pointer. And now just a 4-point Los Angeles lead. LA has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Nobody near Williams. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
All about getting into a rhythm as a shooter. When Trae Young finds his, he's pretty fine at taking those shots.
And here is Williams. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young. The pass to Mann. Outside Williams. Ball's knocked loose. 3 on 3. Young with no one around. Again, the Hawks score.
Willing to get out and run. Trae Young will take those points however he can get to them.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And the Clippers making a change here.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Leonard. Averaging about 27 points per, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
And here is Williams. He's got 10. Leonard looking over the floor. Fast break, the Hawks. Teague with the ball. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Lou Williams.
Stellar effort from Jeff Teague. Gets contact on his way to the rim.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Teague.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And so he makes both from the line. And here are the Clippers now. 1:46 left to play in the third. Looking to end the run. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Leonard.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
Here's Bembry, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Collins checked in for the Hawks. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. 59 seconds left to play here in the third. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeAndre Bembry. That's his first foul. Reddish, he's checked in for Bembry. .52 seconds left in the third. Shamet with it, and it's Reddish picking him up. Hits it from 3-point range. And it's now 23 points for Leonard.
Oh, no. Just don't let him get his feet set. Leonard has become a deadeye on the catch-and-shoot opportunities.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, will go to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He's off on the second. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage. Outside Williams.
26 seconds left to play in the third. And it's Harrell missing. Atlanta's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Passes to Teague. Tipped away. Williams with the steal. He nails it, and we're tied up. Williams has got 12 points in the game.
Now you can make a case that Lou Williams is at his best in that kind of situation. Dynamite in transition.
Tie game in Atlanta. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Williams and Shamet are the guard set. Harrell is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5 spot. Zubats against Len. Here's Teague.
Like to see when an offensive player takes some pride in the defensive play. Nice job by Lou Williams sticking to his man there.
Pass to Shamet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To take the lead, Harrell blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Harrell's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Clippers. Knocked away. Graham kicks to Len. Outside Cowan. Back to Len. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You got to be more cautious when you're guarding Alex Len. Obviously, his size puts you at an immediate disadvantage.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Len.
Well, Alex Len, in the age of pace and space as a big, trying to find his way to be effective on both ends of the floor. He has that size and length. He brings that to the table every night.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Atlanta. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Now here's Williams. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. And that one is good from Zubats. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring the teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
And the Hawks making a change here. Hunter's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Now, here's Collins. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And that one's good. Hunter.
Playing to his strength. Hunter there knows he can rise up and knock it down pretty much over anyone.
Pass to Zubats. Back to Beverly. Outside, George knocks it loose. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. It's stolen by Teague. Over in the corner, Reddish. Back to Teague. Kicks to Hunter. Just 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Collins, good.
John Collins continuing to show that he's willing to work on that three-point range.
Now, here is George. Defense right on him. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Outside, George to end the run. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Well, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Collins dishes to Teague. Misses in close.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
To the inside, and it's slammed in by Teague.
Yeah, great to see Jeff Teague get up for jams like that. Caught everyone by surprise.
Clippers trail by 3. The pass to Harkless. He kicks to George. Back to Harkless. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Leonard. Here's Zubats. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins has got 7 rebounds in the game. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Beverly. Drops in the breakaway layup.
That's where Patrick Beverly's defensive tenacity helps you out. Active hands, and he knocks the ball away.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Young's checked in for the Hawks. And Atlanta has possession. They've led by as much as 10. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubats has got rebound number 8 now on the night. George passes to Beverly. George double teamed. Just 5 to shoot, and stolen by Hunter. Here's Collins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
And so Collins nails both of them. Clippers trail by 3. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Over Young. And it's Beverly missing. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. To the paint. Shot by Collins, no good. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Back to George. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
And Young kicks to Collins. Here's Herter. There's the dish to Collins. And the rejection by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
And the defender was slow reacting, didn't fully account for Kawhi's quickness. Slow played him and gets to the free throw line.
One drops. He ties it up.
There's a quiet intensity that Kawhi Leonard brings to both ends of the floor, a defensive menace, and it's amazing to watch him just how disruptive he can be when he's guarding the 1, 2, 3, or even 4-man and messing up offensive schemes.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And for the Hawks, they're shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Hunter, the pass to Young. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter it.
That free throw good from Leonard. Leonard hits them both. The Hawks trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Hunter with it, guarded now by Harkless. Young from outside. It's rebounded by Leonard. LA has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Trae Young. And that one misses. And he's good on the second.
Even with one miss, he stretched this out to a 2-possession game.
Here's Herter, defended by George. Young from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 11 points. Leonard kicks to Zubac. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
The free throw drops for Zubac. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Hawks trail by 6. Pass to Herter. To halt the run, he lays it in.
Well, Herter also comfortable getting physical and scoring against the defense, not just showing that he shoots it.
Down low, deflects the pass. Here's Leonard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got 13 points in the second half.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Shot clock at 6. And Herter gets it to go.
Size, shoot it, showing he could put it on the floor. This guy is a tough matchup, Kevin Herter.
Outside, George fires the 3. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Herter, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now, here's George. Pass to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Kept alive, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Los Angeles making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Los Angeles calls timeout. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Reddish with the ball. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Reddish. Both good from the line that time. Here's Leonard. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
On the pass to George. Back to Williams. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Hawks trail by 3. And Young kicks to Hunter to tie it up. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, we saw this from Hunter in the tournament. When Virginia won the championship, he was a clutch performer.
For Los Angeles, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. George against Collins. George passes to Zubac. Outside for George. George double teamed, 5 to shoot, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Harkless dishes to George. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up. A huge shot at this moment in the game.
We've got 1:28 left to play here in the fourth. Shots good from Young.
That is why Trae Young has the ball.
The Clippers trail. George looking over the floor. And that one hits back iron.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Back to Herter. And Harkless pulls it down. Clippers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Collins, and the shot goes down.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
Now I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Atlanta calls timeout. They trail by 1. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Young. Yes, and the foul. That's on Lou Williams.
It's in. Trae Young comes up huge this time, looking like the go-to guy.
That free throw good from Young.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Collins against George. George double teamed. Harkless kicks to Williams. Off target from three-point range. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a three-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 3. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And it's the Clippers with the ball. To the middle. Here's Zubac. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Cam Reddish. Sinks the clutch free throw.
And if they go on to win this, they can look back at that free throw as the pivotal moment.
Atlanta calls timeout. Young against Williams. Young. Deep. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. So Atlanta will get the first possession. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Hawks. Young and Herter make up the back. It's Reddish and Hunter teaming up at the forward spots. And it's Collins in at the center filling out the middle. Now, here is Young after Mo Harkless's miss. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
Outside Williams. They get a hand on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Now, here's Zubac. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. That one's not going to go. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Here's Reddish. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Leonard. Left side Williams. The feed to Leonard. Young with the steal. Inside. Hunter no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
Bembry's checked in for Kevin Herter. Here's Bembry, defended by Harkless. Bembry the pass to Collins. It's Young on the wing. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's. And there's the call on John Collins. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Clippers call time here. Here's Zubac. Passes it to George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Free throw missing. on the second free throw.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
We're in overtime. If you've just joined us, 2.5 minutes through it. Young, and it's sent back by Leonard.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard. And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
The Hawks trailing. Young passes to Bembry. Unloads. Atlanta again missing.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look. Wow, huge in a big moment there. Getting the ball to Lou Williams, not a bad idea.
Young from outside. The Hawks again can't hit.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Shot clock at 5. Here's George. Good. The nice assist for Williams. And now a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, Paul George has definitely garnered some strength through the years now, and he's developed that over time in the offseason, being diligent with his work ethic and gets through contact on that play.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
And the Hawks making a change here. Teague's checked in. Good from George.
Just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now. A very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. There's 53 seconds left in the first overtime. Here's Teague, and it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George, just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
Hunter kicks to Young. To the inside. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And we saw this in the national title game. Hunter embracing the moment and delivering in the clutch.
Here's Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 7. 29 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Young inside. Zubats defending. Pass to Reddish. 6 to shoot. Back to Young. Pass to Hunter. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
And the Clippers call time here. They're ahead by 4. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first overtime. And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Teague can't hit. So the Clippers with the win. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
They probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Well, it looked like everybody was having fun, but it looked like you were really feeling it. Did you get into a flow out there?
I did. You know, I got hot. I was looking for the ball, looking to make plays, and shots was falling.
I know you expect that to happen every night, and it did tonight. Thanks, Paul. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.